It's really difficult to find out that a loved one has been diagnosed with any disease. There are so many emotions associated with this, and it's likely to be a shock. With this condition, there's the added factors that there isn't a cure at present, and also the potential that it's been genetic, depending on what type of the disease you have. These factors may impact on the shock of the diagnosis, and you may experience a range of feelings: guilt, anger, sadness, fear, or hopelessness. And the most important thing is that you give yourself time to absorb the information and to feel whatever feelings come up for you. And recognise that your loved one may have a different set of feelings, because you'll be having your own individual emotional journey with this, with it impacting you both maybe slightly differently. Your emotions will also change over time, and you might be on different parts of this journey, and that's okay. And really, when we're adjusting to a diagnosis for ourselves or a loved one, it's a grief process and a grief response. So go gently with yourself and your loved one, show yourselves compassion, and look after these emotional needs that might be quite difficult to manage at times. Keep communicating, be open and honest. And your loved one might be the sort of person who is not very open about what they're feeling or thinking, and they might withdraw. And this is often the most difficult response to manage as a carer or loved one. But try to respect their space, let them know you're there for them if they need you and when they're ready, and continue to look after your own well-being, including your own emotional well-being. And you can both benefit from speaking to somebody else, because often when we're talking to our loved ones about a situation, we're partly filtering our own feelings and thoughts so that we don't upset them in any way, in order to protect them. And actually, it's really important that you can get some outlet for those feelings and thoughts that you might be having that you don't feel comfortable to share with your loved one. And that's okay. And, speaking to a close friend or family member that you can trust is really important for your well-being. It's also really important that you both have distractions from focusing solely on the diagnosis, because otherwise it will take over your lives entirely. So make sure that you still do the activities that you'd usually do together, even if they're simple things like going for a walk or cooking a nice meal. When the time is right for your loved one, you may both want to make some plans for your next steps and set small goals. For example, maybe around telling family members and friends. But just take your time and make sure that you've adjusted to the information yourself first.